Hello everyone. So now we are going to discuss Module 5, Material Science or Quantum Free Electron Theory, Semiconductor and Dielectrics. Material Science, Session 2. So in the Session 2, we are going to discuss Quantum Free Electron Theory, Assumptions of Quantum Free Electron Theory, Density of States, Fermi Energy and Fermi-Dirac Statistics, Fermi Factor at different temperature, at last conclusion. So first we'll see quantum free electron theory. Andrew Summerfield proposed a new theory in 1928 by applying quantum mechanical principles, Pauli's exclusion principle, and succeeded in overcoming many of the drawbacks of the classical free electron theory. So just a small note, he treated electrons quantum mechanically and included Pauli's exclusion principle in his theory. So we'll see the assumptions of quantum free electron theory. Assumption 1, the energy value for the free electrons are quantized. The allowed energy values are realized in terms of a set of energy levels. So you just see the diagram where it shows the differences between continuous and quantized energy level. Diagram A, it's a continuous energy level. We have only a one energy level, and here in the quantized energy level, it's in the form of step. So each step represents the one energy level. So like this, each energy levels are quantized. These levels are nothing but allowed energy levels. Assumption number 2. The distribution of electrons among various allowed energy levels takes place according to Pauli's exclusion principle. So what is Pauli's exclusion principle? Pauli's exclusion principle states that two electrons are fermions, means particles with half integral spin cannot occupy the same quantum state simultaneously. So you just see here two diagrams. So the first one shows where it doesn't obey the Pauli's exclusion principle, because at the level 2s we have same electrons. So we have two same electrons are occupying in a single state, right? So this is not according to the Pauli's exclusion principle. If you see the second one, each energy levels are occupied by the electrons where we having a different integral spin. So this obeys this where the electrons are occupying this energy level according to Pauli's exclusion principle. Assumption 3. The distribution of electrons in various allowed energy levels obeys Fermi-Dirac statistics. So what is Fermi-Dirac statistics? The identical particle for which the spin is an odd integral multiple of half, that is 1 by 2, 3 by 2, 5 by 2 and 7 by 2, 9 by 2, so on, which cannot be distinguished from one another. These particles are called fermions and obeys Fermi-Dirac statistics. Example, electrons. Assumption number 4. Free electrons moves in an uniform potential field due to the ions fixed in a lattice. Assumption number 5, where electric field is equals to 0 and electric field is not equal to 0. That means in the absence of electric field, all electrons are moves in a random direction. But in the presence of applied electric field, all electrons are moving in the same direction but exactly opposite to that of the applied electric field. Assumption number 6, attraction force between electron lattice and repulsion force between electron and electron is neglected. Assumption number 7, lattice ion vibrations are constant throughout the metal. So next we'll move on to the density of states. Density of state can be defined as the number of available energy states per unit volume per unit energy range. So we have to consider a material of an unit volume. Let the energy band be separated by an interval of E1 and E2. There is an energy discontinuity. Consider an infinite small increment. So consider an infinite small increment dE at an arbitrary energy value of E. Since dE is an infinite small increment in E, we can assume that G of E remains constant between E and E plus dE. Then the number of energy levels in the range E and E plus dE is obtained by evaluating the product of G of E and dE. So the density of states can be calculated by using a formula, that is G of E dE is equals to 8 into root 2 pi m to the power of 3 by 2 divided by h cube into e to the power of 1 by 2 dE. So next we have a Fermi energy. Okay. So we need to consider a metal where it consisting of n number of atoms and there will be a n number of allowed energy levels. So now, so metal is nothing but we have two bands. One is valency band, other one is conduction band. So in the case of metal, both valency band and conduction band overlaps each other. Right? Okay. So now, according to Pauli's exclusion principle, each such state or energy level can be accommodated by two electrons. So by one spin is up and other one is spin is down. If we consider the filling up of energy levels, it shows universal rule that any system which is free tends to go to the state of lower energy level. Thus, the pair of electrons occupies lower energy level. The next pair of an electron occupies the next energy level, so on. So now here, where the energy level E1, E2, E3 and E4 are completely filled by the electrons. So thus, all energy level in the band below the conduction band will be completely filled. But if you just observe above the valency band, the conduction band energy levels are completely vacant. So this is considered at absolute 0 Kelvin. At absolute 0 Kelvin, all energy levels in the valency band is completely filled by the electrons. All energy levels in the conduction band are completely vacant at absolute 0 temperature. That means there is no supply of external energy. So there's a small theory. So now where the Fermi energy is nothing but the topmost energy level occupied by the electron at absolute 0 temperature is called as Fermi energy level or Fermi level, and the energy corresponds to that energy level is called Fermi energy, that is EF, where Fermi energy also represents maximum energy that electrons can have at absolute 0 temperature. It's called as Fermi energy. Now we need to discuss FD statistics. So FD statistics is nothing but Fermi-Dirac statistics. So what is this Fermi-Dirac statistics? See, the statistics which is responsible for the free electrons distribution among the various energy levels. That means among the various allowed energy levels is called as Fermi-Dirac statistics. So that Fermi-Dirac statistics can be calculated by using a formula f of E is equals to 1 divided by e to the power of E minus Ef by kT plus 1. So where FT statistics, so this Fermi-Dirac statistics is applicable to the particle which obey Pauli's exclusion principle, and they must be identical, indistinguishable, and have a half integral spin. So now we'll move on to the what is this Fermi factor. So the Fermi factor is nothing but under thermal equilibrium, the distribution of electrons among various energy levels is given by a statistical function, call it as f of E. Here f of E referred as Fermi factor and defined as follows. It is the probability of occupation of a given energy state by the electron for a metal in thermal equilibrium. So the expression for f of E is given by f of E is equals to 1 divided by e to the power of E minus Ef by kT plus 1. So what is your f of E? F of E is nothing but probability of an electron occupying the energy state. E is called Fermi factor. And what is E? E is nothing but energy state. And what is EF? EF is nothing but Fermi energy. What is K? K is nothing but Boltzmann constant, and T is nothing but absolute temperature. Okay. So next we need to discuss a very important topic, that is discuss the probability of occupation of various energy states or levels by electrons. Guys, Here we need to discuss 4 cases. So while discussing these 4 cases, we need to know what will be the probability or probability function or Fermi factor. Okay, so the first case, when T is equals to 0 Kelvin and where the energy is less than Fermi energy, what will be the Fermi factor? And case 2, when T is equals to 0 Kelvin and where energy is greater than Fermi energy, what will be the Fermi factor? So case 3, when T is equals to 0 Kelvin and both the energy E and EF are equal, what will be the Fermi factor? So Fermi factor is nothing but what? F of E is nothing but probability of an electron occupying the energy state. So last case, case 4, when T is greater than 0 Kelvin and E is equals to EF, what will be the Fermi factor? So let us discuss one by one case. So finally we need to know what will be the Fermi factor. Okay, yeah. So what is that? The variation of Fermi factor with energy and temperature. So the first case, so we need to find probability of occupation for energy is less than Fermi energy at T is equals to 0 Kelvin. So what we need to do? We need to apply this condition in Fermi factor formula. So what is that Fermi factor formula? We just remember f of E is equals to 1 divided by e to the power of E minus EF by kT plus 1. Right? So where this E is less than EF. So finally what we will get? In the denominator, minus value divided by again T is equals to 0. K into 0, 0. So where minus value by 0 is nothing but e to the power of minus infinity plus 1 as it is equals to numerator 1 is as it is divided by 1 plus e power infinity minus infinity is nothing but 0. So what we will get in the denominator? 1 plus 0. So that will be equals to 1. So what we can call it as? So f of E is equals to 1. Guys, that means all energy level below Fermi level are occupied completely by the electron. If Fermi factor is equals to 1, that means below the Fermi level, all energy levels are completely filled by the electrons. So the diagram shows here. So I have written here 4 energy levels and above 4th level we have Fermi energy. So below this Fermi level, all energy levels are completely occupied, completely filled. Okay, so we'll move on to the second case. The second case, we need to find again probability of occupation, that is f of E, for where E is greater than EF at T is equals to 0 Kelvin. Okay, what we need to find? We need to find f of E. So where f of E is equals to, we have a formula that is 1 divided by e power E minus EF by kT plus 1. So we need to apply this condition. So where E is greater than EF, so what we will get? Positive value divided by T is equals to 0. So positive value divided by denominator 0 plus 1 as it is, that will be equal to numerator 1 divided by positive value divided by 0 is nothing but infinity plus 1. That will be equals to numerator 1 is as it is, where e to the power of infinity is nothing but infinity. So infinity plus 1 is infinity. So what we will get? 1 divided by infinity is 0. Okay. So what it means? What we have got? F of E is equals to 0. That means all the energy level above Fermi level are vacant. So this tells us all energy level above Fermi level are vacant. That means I have shown a small diagram here. So here I have a Fermi level. Above that Fermi level, we can assume that all energy levels are completely vacant. Okay, so this is by second case. So we'll discuss the third case. So probability of occupation for E is equals to EF at T is equals to 0 Kelvin. So we need to find F of E. So where F of E is equals to both E and EF are equal. So that means where I'll get 0 by 0 because T is equals to 0 denominator plus 1. So where E power 0 by 0, where E power infinity by infinity. So that is nothing but an indeterminate function. So if we got something indeterminate function, so we can say that the occupation of Fermi level has an undetermined value ranging between 0 and 1, and Fermi-Dirac distribution function is discontinuous. That means what? We don't know how the electrons are occupied at this condition or at this case. Okay? Yeah. So last we'll move on to the last case, that is probability of occupation for E is equals to EF at where T is greater than 0 Kelvin. So we need to find probability of occupation. So F of E is equals to 1 divided by both are equal 0 and then denominator, which is T is greater than 0, will get some value. So 0 divided by some value is 0 plus 1. That will be equals to numerator 1 as it is, e power 0 value is 1 plus 1 as it is. That will be equals to 1 by 2. So where that 1 by 2 is nothing but 0.5. So if we got this F of E is equals to half, that means 0.5, where we can say that so probability, so we can say that half of, so 50%. So 50% of energy levels are occupied. That means below the Fermi level, 50% of energy levels are occupied. Above the Fermi level, 50% of energy levels are occupied. Okay, so that means only half of the energy levels are occupied, both where below the Fermi level as well as the above the Fermi level. So just we need to discuss the variation of Fermi factor. See, the variation of Fermi factor with energy and temperature. So far we have discussed a few cases. That means 4 cases. Case 1, we have got the probability is equals to 0. By case 2, we have got probability f of e is equals to 1. From that, case 3, as we discussed, f of e is equals to indeterminate function. And the last one is, we have discussed f of e is equals to, we have got half, 50%. So that means what? The dependence of Fermi factor on temperature. Dependence of Fermi factor on temperature and effect on occupying of energy levels is as shown in this diagram. The first case what we have discussed, and we have got the probability f of e is equals to 0. That means what? Below the Fermi energy, all energy levels are completely occupied. So that is completely So if f of e is equals to 0, that means if an electron energy is greater than Fermi energy at 0 Kelvin, this means that all energy state above the Fermi level are empty at 0 Kelvin. So here the case 1 occurs here, and the case 2, f of e is equals to 1. So f of e is equals to 1 means, so the probability of finding an electron with less than f of e Fermi energy, all energy levels below Fermi level are occupied completely. So the probability where we have got 1, that is here, the case 2. And the case 3, what we have, indeterminate function. So slowly see the graph, it forms 1, 2, it reaches 0.5 and 0. So case 1, case 2, case 3, we have indeterminate function. Case 4 is 0.5. So this is nothing but a indeterminate function. So that means here we can say that where, so if f of e is equals to 0, that means above the Fermi level completely empty. Where f of e is equals to 1, below the Fermi level all energy levels are filled. If f of e is equals to 0.5, so both above that Fermi level and below the Fermi level, 50% of energy levels are occupied by the electrons. But in the last case, we have indeterminate, that is indeterminate function. So here we can't say how that electrons are occupied at this level. Okay. So theoretically, we should get like this, but experimentally, we are getting a curve so that we can easily explain what is happening at 0, 0.5 and 1 if f of e. So but we can't say what is happening in this case, that is indeterminate function. So finally, we reached at the conclusion. So far we have discussed in this session quantum free electron theory, assumptions of quantum free electron theory, density of state. So we have discussed what is Fermi energy, definition of Fermi energy and Fermi-Dirac statistics. And we have discussed what is Fermi factor. And finally, we have discussed Fermi factor at different temperature. Thank you.